this is why I always say, if you see it, you say it, right? If something bothers you, you call it out. You don't listen. It's all about the delivery, how you deliver the knowledge, information, education, or just plain out fucking advice, or even just a simple call out. It's all about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't catch all the comments. Neither do the people in the boxes. Neither do the people in the comments that are fucking looking at the comments. You know what I'm saying? So if something bothers you, I feel like we're all around each other enough hours in the day, enough hours in the week. Like we all spend enough time with each other that we should be able to have this conversation right when it happens. You know what I'm saying? Instead of I got respect for, like, I appreciate y'all, but for real, instead of saying I got respect for this person or that person, so I came to that person, because I'm not gonna lie, I've never been in a situation like this, and I am friends with Alex, and I see Alex as the person that Alex is, which is very fucking open, honest, laughing, like she's, you know what I'm saying, a good person, like, and doesn't throw her beliefs, shoves them down your throat, none of that, right? But when this came to me, I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to really like handle this, because like this ain't cool, but I also don't want nobody to feel that I'm attacking them or calling them out, or you know what I'm saying, like doing anything like that. I also don't know the context, and if I'm going to take it by what I see, then clearly I'm going to take it in the worst of ways, because that's how it comes off. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, if you guys see something, you guys, everybody's got to say something, even if it's calling if it's calling me out, shit, do that right then and there.
Yeah, but one thing, and that's why I said I wanted to talk to you even regarding it at that point, because the first time I met Alex was not a good.
My first interaction, we were bumping noggins.
Yeah, it wasn't a good one. So I was like, nah, because I feel like if I come out, it's going to come out the wrong way. So let me just shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Hey, Kristen.
I've never had an interaction
and Quay,
with
if y'all didn't understand what Quay just said in the comments, because all y'all are confused, he said he's finally unbanned from live, so he can, I guess he can start streaming again or going live again. Someone's being racist, and he said someone's being racist, and he went crazy, kind of. So that's why he got banned.
Oh,
so
man.
If y'all want to go to his lives, he got unbanned. But go ahead, Kristen.
Okay, so I just have a question, because, you know, I'm, like, so afraid of misgendering someone. Is it bad if, like, say if I, like, just say they for, or them for, like, is it offending he, like, you know, if they're he, she, or you know, he, him, he?
So, again, that's probably a personal preference. You could just say, it's always safe to just use their name.
Right.
Just whenever you're addressing them, to use their name. That's a go-to option. I mean, I personally, if I don't know someone's gender and I haven't been able to, like, ask, I will use their name or say they. But however, there are some people who do not like being called they. They're very adamant about it. So it's more, I straight up say, hey, my name's Liz, I go by they, them. May I ask how you would like me to address you?
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and not everybody in the community uses they, them. Or uses anything other than what they were biologically assigned, you know? So it's, if somebody makes fun of you for asking what their pronouns are, honestly, that's a shit person. But I digress.
Well, wait a minute now, because if I ask somebody just randomly in the streets in the real world, they're going to look at me like, what the fuck do you mean?
There's when so you many ask people. The pronouns, when you ask pronouns,
how you want to address somebody.
Yeah,
I've never had that issue. Like if they look at me crazy, unless they're like, you know, they're straight, and then they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But you know, but anytime I've asked, because I've actually had this conversation in my real life, and you know, they'll tell me, or they'll be like, it doesn't matter, call me whatever you want to call me. But then, you know, Liz says gender fluid and non-binary, and then I'm like, okay, you know, what's the difference? But that's the thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I see that more in the young, like in the newer generation.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Well, and yes, it is more, I guess, noticeable in the younger generation. But
can I ask you another question, Liz?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the plus?
LGBTQI plus.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So it's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex,
No,
asexual. Hold
I know
on.
that
And
part.
then the
Oh,
plus is just for there's other technically there's other sexualities like pansexual. That's not
oh,
in there.
okay, okay.
Allies, stuff like that.
I get what
So
you're saying. Yeah,
mhm.
okay, thank you. Because I was like, what does the plus mean? But yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe I just live in a progressive town, but it's welcomed a lot.
I mean, it's welcomed here, I'm sure, of course, but I just don't.
Uh, you know, in being older, you know, we didn't grow up with they, them, or, you know, it was more so hidden at a time I was young. Can y'all hear me?
Maybe your service is nervous.
Y'all hear me?
No.
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, I'm
Kind of.
traveling in the country. Hold on, I'll say it again
Bad
in a minute.
business. But I guess for me, the point is that I'm not going to argue politics, but that was just outright disrespectful. And if you want me to address you how you would like to be addressed, then you should share the same respect to address people how they want to be addressed.
And I also feel like if we're going to call something out from somebody else, we have to not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be able to, you know, live by what we're calling out. That's just
Right.
how I feel in general. Like, if I'm going to call you out for having red hair, I better not have red hair myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, absolutely. And so that's why, like I've said, every time that person becomes a discussion, I'm always like, hey, I know it's difficult. And I know, like, even myself, I don't care for that person, but I'm still going to be like, they, them, please, guys. Please.
Well, yeah, because ultimately, when you're going to do that, like, and this is just me speaking, this is just how I look at it, my opinion. If you go to that, like, if you go to, you know, to use that as a jab or whatever, whoever's ears are in the crossfire are gonna hear that and feel some type of way. Like the first time I met Skittles, why was I going after her, like going at her verbally because of the comment she made about Nikki? You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with me, but yeah, I seen it and I took it some way. And it's not that anybody's responsible for anybody's triggers. It's just the way you say shit, you know what I'm saying, could affect multiple people.
And a mutual respect thing. It's just a mutual human decency respect thing. You know, like a statement was made yesterday. You
Yeah, I
can
was
live to
looking
see
for it.
another day saying the G word, but you can't live another day saying, you know, the N word. I don't believe that. I feel like, you know, they're equal to me. You don't choose who you love. You
Right.
don't choose to be gay. You know, just like I don't choose to be black. So, you know,
Can I address a
I do,
comment
I get it.
really quick? Someone said
Yeah,
that
go
is a
ahead.
lot to expect people to know. Too many choices just saying he, she, they is all I can do. That's all anyone's asking you to do. I'm not asking you
That's
to be
all.
like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not asking you to be like, hi, I'm straight, I'm da 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 da, or you to expect to know my sexuality and all that stuff off the jump, or even how, like, my, how do I put this, gender. I'm just expecting you to call me they, you know?
You know, growing up, you know, it was more so hidden. When I was young, it was hidden. You kind of figured, but it wasn't an open thing like it
Oh,
is today.
absolutely. It was.
Now in everyday life now, I mean, it's normal for me to, you know, see. So I mean, I'm definitely I'm working on it. I do still slip up sometimes because we could be in a good conversation, and like I said, I'll be like, I hit Liz with girl, and then I'll think about it and be like,
Oh,
fuck,
right.
you know.
And some people that might offend them. Me, I know that you're using it in the same way that I'd be like, bitch. Like,
Right. But it's not. It's definitely not intentional,
no,
you know. And I
absolutely.
haven't ever intentionally tried to disrespect Blue too. And y'all know how I feel about them. You know, they've lied on me so many times, but I still try to respect their pronouns.
And that's all it is at the end of the day is a mutual respect thing. And that's all I can ask. I'm not gonna attack you. I mean, unless I know you're being like, it's with malice, because trust me, it is very easy to know when it's with malice. It's something you pick up on real quick in all this. But if you slip up, I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna let it go. And if it keeps happening, I'll be like, hey, just a gentle reminder. I go by they them. You know, that I'm not gonna flip out and be like that one viral scene from GameStop and it's ma'am. That's not gonna be me. But I
Okay,
will say
I
one
thank you
more
for
thing, and then
educating.
I'm gonna let it
no,
go.
no, go, yeah, go ahead.
I will say, had I been in here in the live when this comment happened, I would have said something the moment I saw it. But I did go to Holly because I know that there's a relationship, and I don't have one personally with Alex, and I didn't want to just start coming at him sideways in the comments. I wanted kind of direction, kind of a mutual respect, because if I did pop off, I wanted Holly to know first. Because I didn't want you to be like, why are two people I know and care about fighting?
I mean, and I feel that too, just by it being her mod as well. You know, it is a reflection of her because I felt that same way the night Jerry did what he did with Smash. So, you know, and I told her that, like, I feel like that's a reflection of you and you should expect better of them. So, I mean, I can respect you going to her, you know, and you did it in a way that was, anybody shouldn't be offensive because that really goes for everybody.
I have a question for you, Liz. When you say that you would let um, a misgender go, but make a just a friendly reminder at the end of the conversation or whatever, would that be how you approach every situation, or would it depend on who the person was?
Do you mean like about being misgendered?
Right. So my specific question is about Blue, referring to that. When there are certain people that they don't correct, would you correct everybody, or do you look at it by, oh, well, maybe they're an older generation, so they just don't get it or they don't understand, or this person or that person, they get a slide, or they get a pass for XYZ reason? Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Me personally, I'm not giving passes because you're old. I'm not.
Right.
It
And that's fair. That
yeah.
was part of my question.
I'm not. It's if it's for me, it's kind of like me addressing someone as sir or ma'am out of respect.
I
It's
think
not. I don't find that very difficult.
I think she's asking more so, would you correct me versus would you correct FWA?
I'd correct FWA. I've been in her comments.
But would you
No, no, no.
would you correct me?
Yeah, I'd correct you.
Okay.
And
Yesterday I
like
was in the comments steady. Hey
Kendra,
guys,
you know.
just a reminder. Literally, Bree added me laughing at me because I said gentle reminder.
Yeah, I think I did see it that time
I said, hey,
and then I
gentle
said they.
reminder. They go by
Yeah,
Blue goes by they them.
yeah.
So I think that's, and Chelsea, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what she was meaning. Are you gonna pick and choose on who you let the slide, or is it gonna be
No,
everybody from regardless if you like them or not?
no.
Exactly. And
I don't give up passes. It's something that's just all the things that we ask of people or that we deal with and go through on here. Addressing someone correctly is like one of the least mentally taxing things we can do.
right. And I think that the other part of where I was coming from or my thought process was, is it, are you less likely to correct someone if they seem intimidating, or are you intimidated or not? Like, this is what my preference is, and this is the respect that I'm, making sure that you give me.
I'm gonna be honest. I have not met a motherfucker on here that's intimidated me yet. So I have no problem clocking someone
Good.
for addressing me incorrectly. And if they didn't know, I'll just simply say, hey, just so you know, sorry, I was laughing at Farrell's comment.
Well,
Just
no,
so
no,
you
and I'm
know,
not
I
saying
go by they, them.
specifically Liz being intimidated by anybody on here, but would that be something? Is that a reason that maybe somebody
Oh,
would
absolutely.
not correct? Like, do you think that Blue is intimidated? And this is just your opinion. I'm not asking for that,
No, in my
100%.
opinion, and I've said it before, I think Blue is intimidated. Personally, I think that they feel a false sense of acceptance over there, so they don't say anything because it's going to cause another issue, and we have seen how easily that person throws people away. So I could imagine that Blue could be intimidated. Yes, absolutely. Do I think that it's disheartening to see somebody too intimidated to stand up for themselves? Very much so.
Yes. I think that is the other part of it. Like, it would, in my opinion, going against your own morals and values was extremely disappointing to me, right? Because if I am going to stand for something, I'm going to stand for it, whether it's you or me or, you know, a stranger down the block. My morals and my values are my morals and my values. And that just, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that they took the approach that they did. But also, my next question to that would be, why would you want to be somewhere where you're, you know, falsely accepted?
That is a great question. I can't answer for them. However, if I were to have an opinion,
No, and I'm not asking you to like to speak on their behalf. Like, that would just
right,
be my net.
it's more like
You
a
know,
question
yes, I'm
for
That's
that
for
intimidated.
person.
Well, why would you be
it's for
with?
a lot of people though.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Blue did already admitted earlier today that they don't know how to address what they don't agree with that lady. Ouch! Get out of my nose, boy.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's a
Sorry,
Yeah.
lot of
hopping
people in the
around
same
for all of
situation.
that.
We all have been in a situation where you wanted to speak to somebody about something and you don't know how to talk to them about it.
Not
You know,
me.
I know I have.
Not
Nah,
me.
I'm saying even in your personal life, like it could be anything. Because I know sicknesses and all types of stuff. It's like, how do you have this conversation? You know, and it doesn't have to be like, it could be anything. Like, I
Girl, I
know.
talk too much. Trust me.
Shit, I know there's been times even with my husband when he found out he was sick. He didn't know how to tell his mom that. You know what I mean? He didn't know how to approach that conversation. Or even when I first met his family and was like, and she did something that bothered me, you know, instead of me like just, all right, let me just stay away and let it go, you know, I had to figure out how to approach it. Now, do I bring it up? Absolutely. I'm not going to go talk to somebody else about it before I talk to that person. But I have had situations even in my real life where it's like, well, how do you address this? You know, even it might just be you don't want to hurt their feelings, but you know that would go for anybody. And then not, why do you go places you don't want? I've never had that issue, or you're not wanted, but a lot of people do that because of the fear of being alone. Like they don't know how to be by themselves, and you know that need to be accepted, you know, somebody to give them that validation.
Yep, I guess that makes some sense. But I guess it just, I'm coming from a, like, my standpoint is, I'm a loudmouth heifer, and if you slight me or do me wrong, I will be the first fucking one to be like, what the fuck did you say? Excuse me? Like, that's just who and how I
So
am.
can I tell y'all what happened to me in the Can I tell y'all what happened to me in the grocery store a little while ago? So me and the baby are in there pushing the cart, right? And there's this lady, like she's blocking the way, right? So I'm like, "Excuse me." She looks at me. At first you could tell she was about to move, and then she looks at me and she's like, "You could go around." I instantly went off. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I was like,
If y'all want to have your conversation,
Okay, sorry. Thank you for the
no,
"Can I
I mean,
information.
yeah, no problem.
can,
I,
can I
I
tell
mean,
Retina? Retina, thank you. Bree, thank you. Holly, I don't know if you went up there, but thank you. All the comic cousins I did see in court this morning. I do appreciate y'all. I very much, I value you all. I definitely do. I couldn't be there, and I did see a lot of y'all that were standing up for me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all. Retina, I appreciate you. You're down there somewhere, I'm sure. You know, I appreciate you getting into the box and y'all playing those clips and doing what y'all did this morning in my absence. So thank you.
so I mean, I don't know what we really need to. I mean, I think we just had the conversation in regards to Alex. So I mean, if she feels like she needs to say something, I mean,
Yeah, that's how I was meaning.
oh yeah, I didn't really.
Also, Queenie, I was up at 8 o'clock this morning. Heard there was no church. I went the fuck back to sleep.
I mean, I didn't
I
see it.
told you
So.
I went in there and I set I woke up at 6. I was like, I'm gonna just stay up. I ended up setting an alarm at 7:59 and I was in there for the first part, but I'd be over there, so I knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying already. I fell back asleep and I heard Retina's voice. She talked calm all the time, so I was surprised she woke me up. Soon as I heard her, I popped up. I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta get ready, jumping through the shower at the same time. I was doing all types of stuff, but I definitely I appreciate y'all. Y'all held it down. Y'all definitely did your thing.
Hold on. Alex, so when you accidentally got in the box, all we heard was sorry for getting in the box. You guys were going somewhere. I don't remember where. We didn't hear any apology or see any apology for hurting anyone.
I also didn't see you ever in the box.
I mean, now that I think about it, I do remember. I mean, shit, that's a lot of shit that happened today, but I definitely didn't see her apologize in the comments because I really would have said like,
Yeah, she came in the box real quick and said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to," and then dropped. That was this
Yeah,
morning.
that's
Earlier.
that was it, yeah. So I didn't know if she did get down and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or whatever. I didn't know that was apologizing to that. But hey, I mean, if you don't feel like you want to apologize again, so everybody can see it and everybody knows what's going on, then that's fine. I'm not gonna force anybody to do anything. Let's just be mindful of what we say about people in the chats. I mean, even though we do not too much care for Blue, whatever. You don't know who else you're affecting, because that did kind of bother me yesterday that Liz wanted to leave the live yesterday because of the misgendering going on. But I could definitely understand, they were protecting their peace. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful that you even bring it to the attention, like y'all did it, versus finding out that I was even sitting in the box, while that happened, because I didn't look down there and see it. And a lot of times I'm doing other things at
and
the
I'm
same
not
time, so I don't pay attention.
and I'm
So
not just gonna
I'm
say
grateful
it
y'all brought it up.
about Alex. It was a lot of people saying different things in regards to that. Let's just be mindful of the things that we say against people in the chat. Because
I'm saying it's not just one person. It's not.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
that's what I'm
So
saying. It's not just one person. That's why I don't want it to be seen like we're just on Alex. It's a lot of people that even yesterday, and I seen it, and I was just like, well, fuck. Some things just don't need to be said. Like I said, I understand we don't. I get it, but at the end of the day,
so
it shows who
Sometimes,
you are.
yeah, and sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, yes, you're saying that about you, like in reference to them. It makes people that are just like Blue, they're like, well, damn, what they gonna say about me? What do they like? Bliss even said, Bliss was like,
that's
shit,
literally
it
what I
makes
was
me
gonna
wonder.
say.
Yeah, it
I
makes me wonder what
sent
they
you a
say about
message
me.
saying, "Hey, I'm gonna get down. This is a lot with all the misgendering. It makes me wonder how some people are when I'm not in the room, because if I'm here, it's really easy for you to have a reminder to say they, or people will in the comments. And I know there's a lot of people who like showboat support. Not saying any of y'all do, but I know that that's a thing. Like, oh, that person's here, so let me pretend like I'm supporting, and then when they're away, I'm calling them whatever is easiest for me, just because they're not here. But it really made me sit and think, like, damn, if Blue's not here to defend themselves, I wonder how some people are when I'm not in the room to defend myself. And that's why
No,
I
if
was
I
like, I gotta
tell
step
you,
out.
I'm gonna tell you,
No, I
but I would never do that.
I see that. I get what you're
But
saying.
even like even it makes you wonder too, like when they get mad at you, what you gonna say? Like what they gonna say? Because
Because
a lot
what
of
did
people
I
are
just
saying,
learn?
yeah, a lot of people are saying things because a lot of people were protected Blue at one point in time, and now they're like, we just gotta be mindful of what we say because we don't know who we're offending in
Can
the
I
midst
say
of it.
something real quick?
Go ahead, Days. No, you can't
I
talk.
seen Alex's comment that I'm sorry for offending anyone not using the right pronouns. You didn't offend people by not using the right pronouns. You offended people by purposely choosing not to use the right pronouns and being arrogant. That is all.
That is true. That is true. And I feel bad because I didn't address it before I got off a live yesterday, Liz. But it was you saw the fucking live. It was too much going on, and I felt really bad because I was like, because I responded to you like, girl, I'm so sorry that this is happening on your birthday. Like, what the hell? But it was so much going on last night to where it just really made me forget. So I asked
Liz
you guys
like
earlier today.
a little mess every now and then, but
No,
not that type.
yeah,
Not
that's
that
why.
type.
Yeah, no. No, you.
I'm not
Okay.
trying to be funny or nothing like
Alex, you
that.
can't be picking and
Right.
choosing who you're going to respect. That's not how it works.
Wally, why
You
does it
have to
sound
hold
like
the
you're
same
yelling down a
standards for
tunnel?
everybody.
Oh, I was just gonna
I'm
say,
gonna crash out. I gotta go.
Days, I love you.
Please don't crash out, David.
Anyone, don't crash
Please.
out, please. Just message me or something. Don't crash out.
So what Days is getting at, if I can speak on his behalf, it's kind of like the whole Pickles situation, saying that, oh well, I only said this about this one person. Okay, well, you may have only intended it about this one person, but there are other people in the community or use those pronouns or in a similar situation that hit home for them.
Right. And last night when it was brought to me, I definitely brought it to Alex and I thought she was gonna come in the chat right then and there. To I mean, I didn't tell her to. I just said my advice would be to go and have that conversation because at the end of the day, everybody so, like we're all in the same places and spaces for long periods of time because we support each other, because we care about each other, right? So if somebody's bringing something to somebody's attention, no matter who it is, no matter whose platform, if a person you jam with on this app is bringing something to your attention, the right thing to do, you know what I'm saying, would be to address it right then and there, so that way it doesn't linger into the next day. Now I waited until just right before I jumped in the box here to see if anybody was going to tell me or say anything. And I asked Alex as well, did you have that conversation? You know what I'm saying? Again, Alex is not the only one who says comments without thinking who else could it affect.
Right.
This
So
is
I was
the one that
asked
was
to say
flagged.
some. I was asked to say an anonymous message. Basically, if you could see it like race, if you could see it like that, you don't want to call me the N word without being seen as a racist. So you wouldn't want to say something like that and be seen as a homophobe. So I read your message, except for I used me. They wanted me to say that first.
I don't even think it would be her. I don't even think it's more so her being a homophobe anyway. I
No, I'm not saying they are. What I'm saying is they have to see that those type of comments, and that goes for all of us, even just the variation of things. You have to be careful on what you say because you don't want to be seen as, like, if you said the N word, you don't want to be seen as a racist. You don't want to say that, and somebody take that as, oh, you're a homophobe because you refuse to respect a person's pronouns.
Right. And I will say this, I've said it anytime this conversation has come up anywhere. I have no problem. Like, if I know it's new to a lot of people, it's different, or some people just don't feel comfortable with Google as their resource. If you have questions, I'm going to do my best to help you when it comes to the community or pronouns and stuff like that. I've always had an open policy with DMs, and what you ask me stays between us. Just because I know sometimes it's awkward, and you don't
I'm
want to.
glad you didn't say. I'm glad you didn't say Chat GPT. I was really gonna be like, Liz, oh my goodness.
Chat EBT. Come on now.
Oh, EBT, yes, please. Like, I'm so sick of Chat GPT or EBT. I'm so sick of people saying that. I check Chat EBT. Like, read a book.
Well, like I've said about Alex, because Alex is the comment that we're referring to. Like I've said about Alex, shit, like I've known her for fucking years, okay? I've seen her everywhere, all right? I've seen her comments, I've seen her. I'm telling you, this girl is funny. She's knowledgeable. She's open. She's not judgmental. She loves her fucking, listen, her fucking, I don't even know what the hell to call him anymore. The Cheeto Man. Okay?
Cheeto in chief.
Huh?
Cheeto in chief.
Well, I hope we're talking about the silent baby daddy Trump.
Yep, that one.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, girl, the stimulus checks, you better stop playing. That was the best time of my life. I got a check every month. I don't know how, but I did.
Wait.
Okay.
Are you? What?
Yes,
We're talking
ma'am.
about during the pandemic?
Yeah, girl.
Oh,
But
you so
anyways,
funny.
so that's what I start calling them from that. But anyways, like, you know, she's open and she's honest about who she is. So I just would hope that, like, you know, people, I don't know, just that's why